G'day guys, it's Tom here with MYT Solar. I want to show you this awesome build that we did on this 19 MKS by Outdoors RV, but specifically I want to talk about charging from the truck. Now what's unique about this build, and I'm excited to show you, is that the customer wanted to get lots of charge from his truck, but he did not want to use an Orion DC to DC charger. So I'll show you how we did that. It's kind of neat. So this is one of our favorite floor plans from Outdoors RV. And this is what we would describe as the ultimate setup for this particular trailer. We would actually consider it the ultimate setup in general, trailer and all. But here's what we did in terms of power. This is a 24 volt system. We went to 24 volts because of the tiny space that we had to do this build. We would typically use the Victron 12 volt batteries, but they just wouldn't have fit in this storage bay that we put everything. And it was a tight space, so we really needed to go to 24 volts. So in here we have two 200 amp hour 24 volt batteries from Victron, the Victron 3000 watt whole house inverter, all the other Victron trimmings, the Turbo GX, the Touch 70 over here, all that beautiful Victron stuff. We added a couple of fans here that are pulling air out. We've got a vent here bringing air in, and we've got a Ruby tag temperature sensor controlling those extra fans because it's a little tight compartment. With the Touch 70, the customer was very curious where we might get that screen. There was an old Zamp charge controller right here in this section. We had a very big struggle, but we ended up getting the Touch 70 right here, which is honestly the perfect place for it. It's a nice height. It's right here where all the other controls are. So 10 out of 10 Touch 70, if I could say so myself. So let's talk about the truck charging and why the customer definitely wanted to make sure that he could charge at a lot of amperage from his nice truck. So this is a small floor plan here. I'll jump on the roof and show you the solar that we're able to fit on the roof. Limited roof size. We did a very good job of getting 1500 watts of solar, but truck charging was going to be very important for this particular trailer. We have 1500 watts of solar up here, 250 watt rich panels, 3 in series, 2 parallel. Really nice way to get them on our rails up here. We covered a skylight. Customer removed their wine guard, but we fit a lot of solar on the top of this rig. But a small trailer like this customer plans to move around a lot more than probably a customer with a 30-foot trailer. So they're going to have that advantage of moving frequently enough that a DC to DC charger, or should I say some charging from the truck, would make a lot of sense. So these little blue boxes that I've been holding up, these are Victron DC to DC chargers. And so what these are, this is equipment that's going to live inside the trailer, and we're going to run power, 12 volt power from the truck back to the back of the truck. We typically use an Anderson plug, and then that'll plug into these, which will then charge the batteries in the trailer. So there was a few reasons why the customer didn't particularly want to use these in this build. So one thing, this customer has a Ford Tremor, and it has one of Ford's, what they might call a generator in the back of the truck. It has a built-in inverter that's tied to the truck alternator. So the customer wanted to see if we could utilize that. The other side of things is they didn't really want to spend the money on all the labor that's required to run cable through the truck, because in a DC to DC charger situation, that kind of is one of the most time-consuming things, is running cable through the truck. Another thing that was kind of something that I brought up was that because this is a 24 volt system, you can see I'm holding two very different devices right here. So this is the Orion XS50. This is a brand new device from Victron, and it's a great little device. It's the new DC to DC charger for a 12 volt system. So we have 12 volts from the truck and 12 volts on the trailer side. This is a great little device that has kind of replaced the old Orion DC to DC, which is in this hand right here. So you can see it's much bigger. This is a device that we've used in a few builds. Its one downside is that it's bigger. Its other downside is that it gets very hot. And with our space in the bay, you can see we didn't have a lot of space, and honestly, we didn't have a lot of room for heat. This would have made a lot of heat too. So we love the Orion XS. One of the best things is that it ties in with the Touch 70 screen, and it communicates via V direct to the whole system, whereas this was kind of manually triggered, the old one. They do not make the XS in a 24 volt version yet, meaning that if you have 12 volts on the truck that you're towing with, and a 24 volt battery bank like we have today, this particular device is not out yet. Hopefully it's coming out here soon, at Christmas time I've heard, which will be awesome. But again, there was a lot of other reasons why we didn't use a DC to DC in this particular trailer. Let's check it out. So again, this is that Ford inverter that this customer has on the truck. So what we've actually done is we've set up, rather than our typical Anderson plug, which is our 12-volt connector for our DC to DC charger, we've actually run a power cord, 110 volt, 120 if you will, power cord that is going to plug into this customer's inverter as he's traveling down the road. So the truck batteries are going to power that inverter. That inverter is going to supply 120 volt. That 120 volt is going to be sent to the trailer, to the actual multi-plus. So the multi-plus is going to be charging the batteries as if this customer was plugged in at a campground. His truck is going to basically be his pedestal that he's plugged into as he's traveling down the road. So we didn't need the DC to DC chargers because the multi-plus inverter charger is going to be charging his batteries. So the multi-plus only accepts one type of power in, meaning it could be power from shore power, or it could be power from maybe this cord that we've built for the customer. It can't accept both at the same time. There is another Victron inverter charger, the Quattro, which can actually have two feeds of 120 volt coming in, and whichever is available, it will automatically select that. This didn't have that setup. So you would have seen inside that we didn't really have the space for a Victron Quattro. If you've seen them, they're a little bit bigger and they just wouldn't have fit. But we wanted to make sure that this rig was set up so that when the customer is plugged into the truck, the multi-plus is going to get that power and charge the batteries. And when the customer is plugged in here at the shore power, the multi-plus is going to switch to that and have that as the main way to power the multi-plus. So we put in a transfer switch. These are, we find these in a lot of RVs. These are typically set up on an RV that has a generator. And so two lines of 120 come in, one from the generator and one from the shore power, and it'll switch to whatever is available. So we've set up a transfer switch. So our cord in the front runs to a transfer switch. Our cord from our shore power runs from a transfer switch, and whatever is available is going to be automatically selected, and that juice is going to get sent to the multi-plus to charge the batteries. So what's great about that setup, using the truck inverter and powering the multi-plus as a charger versus having DC to DC chargers, obviously less equipment, less wires to run on the truck. But the other nice thing is that multi-plus is a very, very good battery charger. So with that truck powering the multi-plus, that multi-plus will probably be able to send 13, 14, maybe 1500 watts to the batteries on top of the 1500 watts that it's on the truck. We would have had to have two of these to get that kind of wattage from the alternator doing it the other way. So pretty impressive, and honestly just convenient, more convenient for the customer to be able to just use that feature that already exists on his truck. So hopefully it works really well for him. This is Tom with MYT Solar, guys. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe. We want to keep trying to make these videos. They're obviously super time consuming, but we enjoy getting this information out there. If you have any ideas for videos that you want to see us make, post in the comment. We'll try to get to some of those. But most importantly, if you could just subscribe, like the video, that kind of stuff really helps us. So cheers. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.